And we're back. What's up, boys? It is Eric D and John. Football is personal. Back again for another episode. Um, we had some great news this week. The video game is happening. It is here. The pre-orders are live. No PC players at this time. Thank the gods. Thank you, video game gods, for keeping them out of this game. Because I know some rat bastard would already try and create a cheat code or hack the game and fuck it all up for everybody.
Right.
Crash a server, break a whole bunch of shit for no reason. So, D's breaking our hearts. He has to get it on PS5 so we can't play our online dynasty. But if our subscribers are still interested in it, please comment on this video what console you're on, and we'll set up a dynasty style per that console. So let us know.
Yeah, no.
So right now it's going to be me and John on our Xbox. Oh, also, no old gen. So PS4, sorry guys, y'all out. Xbox One, you done. You have to be at S or higher. Xbox Series S or higher. So
that's
that eliminates a lot of people.
Yeah.
And plus,
MLB the show was the same way.
So, but it is what it is. But we did add 2 more subscribers this week. Trying to talk to more people, trying to get more people interested, see what we're doing, get them to comment, like our videos, see if we can move about. I would say just touch base with people at work, just show them like a video and see if any of their buddies are into sports, like to try and like build our subscriber base. Because once we get to 500 subscribers, we can monetize and then have memberships and where we can put in exclusive stuff to them. Like if we find something funny, do a short, do a TikTok, or just find a goofy image meme, we can send it out to just them. And then member group, or if we plan on doing an event, like if we try and do the Wild Wing thing one afternoon, where me and John go set up at Wild Wing Cafe and have them come and hang.
Video of Ohio State players getting forearmed through the crust of the earth.
I forgot to laugh at that too.
We're not quite there yet.
So what we're talking about?
Well, I've already done the subscriber thing. Going to gameplay. We are going to expand with this game. That we are expanding our gameplay, where we will stream and or record our gameplay and put it out on the channel, just so anyone can check it out. I would recommend creating shorts, like highlight plays that we do on the game, and put it out there, so that we can attract more people in. Because I know anyone and everyone's going to be streaming this game, and we don't want to be falling behind. So we are going to hit this, and we're going to hit it hard. So I don't care what team you're playing with, if it's your homer team, your rebuild team, or your never was team that you built it through Team Builder. And just let it rip. But just let you know, I am going to set the NCAA world on fire with NIL deals, and I'm going to have about 25 5-stars committing to anywhere I go. Just saying. Those TikToks are going to be real. Is this legal? Absolutely not. But Eric will have the number 1 recruiting class at least once, if not top 5 the entire time I'm doing it.
Dude, I just do whatever it takes to build a good team. Good players. You know?
I can go ahead and tell you right now. I'm playing with Kennesaw State, and my life's goal in this game is to ruin Ryan Day.
Oh.
Well,
you'll probably want to kiss him too.
Well, rumor, I got an alert. I showed it to John. Rumor mill, next year, Ryan Day will be the head coach.
Is a horrible coach. We already knew that.
Mario Cristobal will get let go for Ryan Day, and Ohio State will be looking for a new coach unless they bring one in.
Jeez, man.
Also,
This
the,
one.
the same poster put up Deion Sanders will be the head coach of the Florida Gators.
They'll still lose.
Well, you know what though? Why you laugh?
Florida has more
Heard
money.
your wide receiver got pulled over.
Ain't got shit to do with football.
Oh, yes, it does.
Going down the wrong way. We talked about that on the car ride.
D,
Me and John,
guess what?
it's like,
Oh
hey,
boy,
Hey, control the players
he's a
and
I ain't
learn
got
how
shit
to
to do with it.
keep the speed.
What you
Okay,
mean control your players? I ain't a fucking coach. They're
and then
19-year-old kids.
and then again, you know, you gotta think about it. You
D,
know,
they're 19-year-old kids. You ain't done the exact same stupid shit when you was younger. It's just now there's a way more ways to get caught. Ain't nothing changed.
yeah, you
They're
got
dumbass kids.
smart. Gotta be
Yeah,
smart.
not if you go to Ohio State.
Yeah, but Ohio State's on top of the game, dude. So don't
well,
Y'all ain't
hate,
on.
don't hate,
Y'all
don't
ain't.
hate.
Y'all ain't on top of
Appreciate,
shit.
no, they're on top
don't
of
hate.
backing that credit card up for real. They trying to give Ryan Day a title.
They still ain't.
Now,
They go.
all
They
that money.
still ain't. Watch. They got to travel to Oregon. They gonna lose their ass.
They dropping bags on bags on bags on everybody to get these 5-star or former 5-star guys in here, and that's just the way it is.
Hey, mark my words. If we do way better than your Georgia Bulldogs, I will throw it down and laugh at your face.
Well,
The
guess
thing
what?
is,
Gee, guess
y'all
what?
have to look at
We
who
got
y'all play,
we got something y'all don't have.
who y'all play in common. So we need to sit down probably next week and see
So there
all
you
of
go.
who state plays and a common opponent that to what Georgia's plays, because y'all don't play anyone the
Yeah,
exact same.
outside of Oregon, y'all ain't playing shit.
Okay,
Like y'all don't have that common opponent where if Ohio State drop 35 and you drop 50, like you can't compare that. Whereas you're gonna have to find an opponent that plays someone common to what y'all do or someone else to see who beats the hell out of them most.
Well, there's nobody common. It's Ohio State. They're gonna play the fucking blind
but
high
you
school, the
know,
fucking
yo, y'all
school of the
finally got a
blind,
schedule though. But you finally got a schedule,
and we still gonna
okay?
win. So shut the
See,
hell up.
You got a schedule this year though. Finally, okay. Shut
And we
your
still
mouth.
gonna win. We still
Shut
gonna
your
win.
mouth.
See, y'all
Last
finally get a
year,
schedule, man.
And
shut your mouth.
all it took was y'all getting Oregon to
Look,
come
look,
to the
look, look,
Big
look,
Ten.
look, look, look. Last season was one of the most easiest schedules y'all had. So don't think twice after
Easiest.
y'all lost to fucking Alabama and you blame it on the fucking coaches or you blame it on that. Blame it
Hey,
on the performance.
D, guess what? Your dumbass ain't got shit to say because you've been blaming shit on the refs for Ohio State's
I
loss to
don't blame
Michigan.
shit on
So,
nobody. You don't hear one word
oh,
coming out my mouth about me fucking blaming shit on anything.
motherfucker, please.
Anything. You ain't seen one word
Motherfucker,
in my
please.
mouth saying I blame this, I
And
blame
guess
that. You
what?
don't see me
Hey,
point
guess what?
fingers. I
Hey,
don't point
guess
fingers.
what?
Well, you're pointing
Georgia,
fingers right now, D. What you doing?
No, I'm just
exactly.
showing. I'm just showing an example how
Dumbass.
ridiculous how you are because of blaming. It's an example.
I got
I'm not
blame for you.
pointing fingers. It's an
Ohio
example.
State had one game last year that they had to win,
And they lost.
There you go.
but the save Ohio State coming into this year, I am not on that bandwagon of keeping Michigan in the top 10, top 5, or whatever. Michigan's going to get ransacked. They lost more people than Georgia, more people than Florida State, more people than LSU, more than anybody else, and you're not going to reload. You have a brand new coach.
He
Yeah,
did
he was
well
there
when
for
he beat us. He
he
did
was,
well. He did well when he beat us last season. So
but
he still kept his.
Harbaugh was still in the box, calling the plays and calling everything, so it doesn't matter. Like the investigation into Michigan even proved that Harbaugh didn't serve the suspension. He was in the box. He was on on site coaching through him through the headset, so it doesn't matter. So he
That's
never really.
what they investigating on. I thought it was some kind of other shit about recruiting and shit. I didn't
It's
think it was
recruiting,
shit
it's
like
the
that.
cheating, it's the recording of players, it's all
Oh,
of it.
well,
And
that's
guess what?
probably one of the
And
reasons that
Michigan got 3 years probation. Ooh. They didn't get scholarships reduced, NIL penalties, scholarship penalties, none of it. They got probation. The fuck?
should be
But
more than that.
um,
That's ridiculous.
going into what has been too early for the preseason polls, some of them were laughable. Some of the
Yeah,
ones on X are
all the ones that put Ohio
hilarious.
State at number 1. That's laughable.
Well, that's in 99% of them, John, so stop. You
No,
know it
it's fucking
is.
retarded.
99% of them are that because of what they brought in transfer wise. That's the main reason why
That's
they're up
bad
They
transfer.
still don't
So
have a
don't
quarterback.
let it get to your
there.
head that we are
But the
better than
one that
y'all.
what
It's
makes
just
me laugh
we have allowed a lot of
are these people
we all
is
bring
that
in some players and that's good. I mean, but they got to perform and with all these new quarterbacks in here, it's just a matter of time who he's going to point the finger that he wants to start. So I mean, it
but
is
it's
what it is.
He probably gonna be wrong.
but it's the ones on X
Let
that are
the Stetson
believing
Bennett be Stetson Bennett, and then once he gets into the NFL, it'll be a whole different station. It's just gonna be. I mean,
the Colorado being ranked in the
What's
top
that?
five. Colorado being ranked in the top 5 is hilarious.
Yeah,
what?
that's
There's
stupid.
people out here literally putting Colorado to win the Big 12, to lead in the college football playoff, to shock the world, as Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter both being up for the Heisman is laughable.
It is laughable.
If Shador has to throw for 5,000 yards to even be
He
considered,
has to go. He has to go ham.
he has to have the greatest season of all college football. He has to run for 5 to 10 touchdowns. He can only have 3 interceptions for the entire year. He has to lead a comeback. He has to blow people out. He has to drop at least 38 touchdowns plus 4,000 yards passing to even come close to the Heisman against the opponents that he's playing against compared to Carson Beck. Who is y'all's quarterback? Or who's rated the first guy?
We don't really have a starting quarterback yet.
But
Y'all did. He's in Syracuse now.
But yeah, that kid, like, even if he would have stayed at Ohio State, the bar is way lower because the opponents are harder. DJU at Florida State, his bar is lower because the opponents are harder. The Big
I
12
was
is
so disappointed at that kid, though. I mean, he didn't give us the performance that I didn't think. I wasn't even really. I was suspect at what I see, and after Stroud left, I didn't know nothing about this kid that we had. Stroud was pretty much a big name that was coming out of lower end of California that people thought he was going to go to Cal, and then he jumped from there to Ohio State. But then again, this kid we had, I didn't even think he was.
Wait, I got a question. Is that you blaming somebody?
No,
Oh my god!
I'm
Oh
not
my god!
blaming. I blame, yeah,
Londi, you can't.
I blame my team though.
I blame my team all the time. I blame John's team. I blame a lot of people, and I ain't got no problem with it.
But I can't blame a loss.
It ain't about a loss,
Look, when you lose.
but it's it's about other things that come
Hmm.
along with the loss.
Other
But
things, yeah. Yeah. Other things are exceptional because you sit there and hope that your team will come out as good, but they didn't. So it was, you know, yeah.
going down what the too early, what 24/7 has for their top rankings. Ohio State is sitting at number 1. Georgia is 2. Texas is 3. I'm not upset about Texas being top 5, but being 3. Oregon's number 4. Bama being 5 is laughable. with everything that they lost, Milroe is not that good of a quarterback. They struggled against an awful Auburn team and crapped the bed in the college football playoff.
I'm gonna tell you something though. I mean, this is gonna be like for next year for Texas. I'm actually anxious to see what Manny can do. I saw his practice tapes and he looked fire. I'm just thinking,
Oh, you're talking about DeBoer or whatever his name is?
no,
DeBoer?
Manny,
Who?
Manny,
Diaz?
No, he's
Oh,
talking about Archie Manning.
I'm not talking. I ain't worried about Arch.
he's gonna do good.
It's yours team until otherwise. So he
He's
goes
gonna
down.
leave.
And
Well,
in
he's
response to his practice tape looks real good. I'm gonna give you the Allen Iverson. We talking about practice.
Practice.
just like
Just
with
because
Brian James.
just
Just
because
like
he
Brian
looked
James.
good in practice
Like,
don't mean shit.
oh, he has a smooth stroke. Well, yeah, he has a smooth stroke when no one's guarding him. He can make 10 for 10. But when someone gets in his face, he's 1 for 10.
When somebody plays defense, you get 4 points in a whole game.
How do you get 4 points when you're supposed to be LeBron James's son, the next big thing for the NBA, and you score 4 points in a 30 to 45 minute pickup game? Awful.
I drove him to a developmental league. Call it a day.
He would go. I would send him to China. I'd send him to China, create a basketball brand
Go to
around
the
him.
D League, man. The D League is just.
Not even no. If you want to make him money, send him
He
overseas.
don't need to make money.
That's his daddy's money, dude. We can't
He don't
can't
even
do
get
that.
his daddy's money. He got endorsement deals too.
It's still different. LeBron's money, Bronny money,
No, he
big
ain't ready
difference.
for that big money yet. That's why I said the developmental league is better.
He
Man,
won't go.
if you're
He
gonna
won't
do
go
that, you might as well just tell his ass to go back to college
exactly. Like
and
he didn't do
transfer to
anything.
another school.
Transfer to Kentucky or to where's
Drew
where's
George,
the
Calipari went to Arkansas.
yeah, Arkansas.
no,
Or
Boom
excuse me, he
actually
he
was a
he went to
right
Arkansas.
for Drew Joyce.
He went
So
to Arkansas.
regardless, back to football. Ole Miss at number 6. I'm not mad about that. They have a bunch of talent. They just have to put it together. Michigan being number 7 is a joke. Michigan staying in the top 10 after everything they lost, plus the new coach. Get out of here. Missouri being 8, I can see it. They're similar to Ole Miss. They have a lot of talent. They just have to put it together. The another underperforming team always, the Penn State Nittany Lions, always have a team but crap the bed because they can't beat Ohio State or Michigan. And it's just the way they've been for 20 years. They can get 10 wins, but they can't get the big one. Everyone's here's the one. Everyone's fighting Irish. Number 10. Yeah. The last time they were relevant, they got their teeth kicked in by Alabama. Let's really talk on this. Like how are we going to put them in top 10 again and hype them up when every time they play somebody of substance, they get their ass kicked? Like,
Right.
explain that to me. Like, I have no ill will against Marcus Freeman. Great coach. Dude needs to stop having all them kids, but I want him to succeed. He looks like a cool dude. The way he talks to the players love him. Cool. But stop giving Notre Dame all this notoriety for nothing other than it's Notre Dame. They suck. When Brian Kelly was there, same premise. Oh, they're so great. They're so great. Alabama kicks their teeth in, then what?
I mean, man, but they've recruited some good players though.
Yeah, okay, they have great tight ends and offensive tackle. I haven't heard about. Oh, I'm sorry. They had Manti Te'o. Oh, I'm sorry. He got catfished because his imaginary girlfriend died or her cat got ran over by a fake motorcycle. I don't really care. Like, yes, they have some great athletes come through there, but it's not all that.
Is
Like, you don't see
it the coaching or the loyalty?
it's this. It's honestly biased. If you put Notre Dame's team with any other team, put App State, Georgia Southern, they wouldn't be in the top 10, top 20. They would barely be ranked. But it's because the name Notre Dame Fighting Irish is on that team's roster that they're ranked that high. There's so many times Notre Dame has been top 10 and sucked. 7-5, 8-4, 6-6. But yet they keep getting ranked the next year, top 20, top 25, top 10, and they still do the same shit over and over and again. And it's ridiculous. They have Florida State at 11. Some people have them as low as 18, which I'm not mad about it because we lost a lot. Like, we lost 23 guys from offense and defense. Production hurt. All of our wide receivers are young now. Our tight ends are young.
You got a starting quarterback that what big dude? Is that dude starting, by the way?
DJ's. So right now, DJU is the projected starter, but Brock Glenn is the returning sophomore, redshirt sophomore. He was the quarterback who played against Georgia and Louisville in the ACC championship game.
Oh,
so he has the tools. He has a huge arm. But he's also, I'd say Brock Glenn is trigger happy in both a good and a bad way. Like, he's trigger happy where he wants to make the big play, but he's so like ready to make that big play that he can make the mistake. He's a very, I'm comparing to like a Brett Favre. He has the very big arm. He can make all the moves, do all the stuff, but he's overconfident to the point where he can make the mistake and throw the interception.
On the run or?
Oh, he'll run you over. Brock Glenn will run your ass over. He loves to run. And that's what's going
to by mistakes. On the run when he throws or in the pocket when he throws?
It's the overconfidence in his throwing, period. He likes to run and throw, but it also in the pocket, if he's overconfident to the fact where I can make the backside throw and he shorts it, it's a pick. He has the big enough arm. It's not quite as big as Jacob Eason's from Georgia a couple years ago, but it's still he can still heave it like 60, 70 yards almost on a line, on a rope. It has a huge arm. Depending on who you talk to or who you watch, the dark horse to win the SEC East, that ugly ass orange color in Tennessee, is number 12. They're saying Tennessee has a chance to beat Georgia to win the East. I don't see it, not with what I know Georgia's returning, so good luck. Given Tennessee does have that beast of a defensive end, he's going to go number 1 overall, but it's going to take more than just one DN to keep them in the game against Georgia. Got LSU at 13. I didn't know this one. They have Miami at 14. They were a dumpster fire last year. They were a dumpster fire the year before. The pieces that they have, they're capable of going 10-2. I see them going 8-4 at best. But yeah, Oklahoma at 15, Clemson at 16. Oh, showing some Kansas State some love at 17. Utah's at 18. I feel like that's a little low for them. A&M being ranked in the top 20 is a joke at 19. Then it rattles off NC State, USC, West Virginia, Oklahoma State, Virginia Tech, and then Louisville is number 25. So there's a handful there that I don't see it. Texas A&M being one, Miami being another one. I haven't seen enough. I haven't looked at any Kansas State stuff to even know if they're that too high. Oklahoma, that's a question mark because they lost Gabriel to Oregon. So they might be better, maybe not. Tennessee and LSU, I just don't get them. It is what it is. So,
Right. Until certain knows that things could change. Like they all say, it's just those fish.
but also summer workouts, camps, stuff like that, injuries. There's a lot of players that were injured during the spring or from spring ball, spring practice. It just happens, and that's football. It's going to happen one way or another.
Oh,
Uh, I just don't. I don't see how people can rank things objectively when it's a lot of bias to try and keep Big Ten and SEC teams towards the top to try and backload the playoff system. So it's kind of a toss up to me. We're going into like NFL stuff. Y'all think anyone's going to make any moves? There's people keep pushing this rumor that the Falcons are trying to offload Kirk Cousins, but I don't see it. No one's going to want to take the contract.
I don't want that contract. Hell no.
Cleveland
The,
might.
Be the starter. Shut your mouth.
the only ones that might be the Vikings to get him back, but even then, it's not worth it.
Man, all I gotta say is y'all got the easiest schedule. Y'all better perform. Y'all better throw it down. Y'all better do what most people always expect the team that has an easy schedule. Excel. That money right there tells you. I know what it's like to see a team fail because they thought they had a quarterback, but then again, everybody gotta know. Pay them the money to protect the quarterback. They gotta make sure he goes out there and perform. You know, there's no excuse. There is no excuse. Just like my team, there's no excuses.
Well, I say, D, I don't know what you're talking about. Easy schedule, my dude. Atlanta has a hard ass schedule.
They said that y'all got a schedule.
Steelers week 1, Eagles week 2,
Steelers are
Chiefs week 3,
still untested with the.
Saints week 4, Bucks. Like our conference schedule, yeah. Week 7 is the Seahawks. The Cowboys at week 9.
Steelers are still untested
Broncos.
for how they go.
Then we have a reloaded Chargers, the Vikings at 14, and the Raiders. Then we play the Giants and the Commanders. But our front part of our season is harder than anyone else in the NFL. A fully healthy Chiefs team, a fully healthy Eagles team, and a fully healthy Steelers team is a buzzsaw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's your schedule?
Yes, week 1, 2, and 3 is Steelers at Philly and at home with Kansas City. So don't tell me we have a weak schedule.
Let's get tickets, Eric. Let's go watch the Kansas.
You want to know how much them tickets cost?
I know.
Damn ticket. Man, what the fuck?
Hold on, I'm pulling up Ticketmaster right now.
So much we can make a payment towards Cleveland's quarterback room.
$200